The Christian faith came to Scotland about 1800 years ago. But what has Christianity ever done for Scotland? In this series, we seek to highlight the people and movements that transformed our Scottish culture.
Some months ago, I was chatting with a student about the Christian faith. He claimed to be an atheist, and when I asked him why he could not believe in God, he said, "Science." On further probing, I discovered his confidence was based on the fact that scientists had cracked the DNA code, sent spaceships to the moon, invented computers and cars, and that we were apparently close to knowing everything about the universe. "My trust is in science," he said. "There is no room for God anymore." I realised that just as the reformers had been confronted with the statement, "Rome knows best," so today we are met by another statement, "Science knows best." I went on to tell the student that almost every major branch of modern science had been pioneered by dedicated Christians. God and science go together, or as one scientist put it, we study the world through the binoculars of theology and nature. The Apostle Paul said about Christ in Colossians, "For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through him and for him. He is before all things, and in him all things hold together." Christians have often been inspired by the Bible to investigate nature, and as Newton said, we need to think God's thoughts after him. Many scholars who have studied the link between science and the Christian faith have acknowledged that the Reformation in Europe in the 16th century was foundational to the rise of modern science. But they were building on the work of great medieval clergy and monks who were scientists before them. In this city, it was the Christians who founded Edinburgh University and encouraged the study of science. This paved the way for many inventions in the centuries to come. In the 19th century, at least 7 of the presidents of the Royal Society were dedicated Christians, and another Edinburgh Christian, Sir David Brewster, co-founded the British Association for the Advancement of Science with the Reverend William Vernon Harcourt. For these Christians, science was an exciting way of discovering God's creation and benefiting humans. Some of the greatest scientists that Scotland has ever produced were dedicated Christians connected with Edinburgh. For example, John Napier, a reformer who wrote a commentary on the Book of Revelation, was the inventor of the logarithm in 1614, which was vital for making large mathematical calculations. Edinburgh Napier University here is named after him. The Encyclopaedia Britannica of 1911 says, "There is no British author or scientist of the time, except Napier, whose name can be placed in the same rank as those of Copernicus, Tycho Brahe, Kepler, Galileo, or Stevinus." Thomas Young, a dedicated Christian and child prodigy, invented the double slit experiment in physics and showed that light can act as a wave. He was a key person in deciphering the Rosetta Stone and translating the Egyptian hieroglyphs for the first time. I've already mentioned Sir David Brewster, whose work in the physics of light prepared the way for laser technology later on. He also invented the kaleidoscope and helped to develop photography and the stereoscope. James Clerk Maxwell was voted Scotland's greatest scientist, and he was a Church of Scotland elder. His Maxwell equations are foundational for our modern technology in electromagnetism. Without his work, we would not have had mobile phone, television, X-ray or radio. Albert Einstein called him his hero in physics. Maxwell was a key person in developing colour photography, and he also pioneered the Cavendish Laboratory at Cambridge University, where later Ernest Rutherford split the atom and Crick and Watson decoded the DNA. William Thomson, or Lord Kelvin, was the president of the Royal Society in Edinburgh, although he was from Glasgow. He formulated the laws of thermodynamics and supervised the transatlantic telegraph project. He is buried near Sir Isaac Newton in Westminster Abbey. He was also a Church of Scotland elder And he said, "Do not be afraid of being freethinkers. If you think strongly enough, you'll be forced by science to the belief in God, which is the foundation of all religion. You will find science not antagonistic, but helpful to religion." We hope you have been inspired and challenged by this video. Christian Heritage Edinburgh is a charity and ministry, and we seek to bring out the amazing story of the Christian faith in this city and nation, which has had such an impact on the world. If you have any questions, please contact us on this email address: info@christianheritageedinburgh.org.uk, or if you would like to find out more about how you can know Christ personally, then click the link in the credits or go to www.christianheritageedinburgh.org.uk.